So we're gonna try. We brought in some lights to see if we can light it up a little bit better in here. So we'll kind of mess with that a little bit, I think.
See if it's
But
too much or not too much. Or
we're still dragging pretty hard. At least I am. So we're gonna just go as long as we can, or if my voice gives out or whatever. But I'm doing a whole lot of coughing. Ooh, Colleen, that sounds yummy.
Yeah, it does.
Kelly, Taco Bell.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Robert.
So we did go in and take showers, so we feel a little bit better with that. Hi, Mama Joyce.
Hi, Mama. So I see Mary's kicking people off.
Mary.
Putting them back on. Hiding messages.
Hi, Sil. So, man, has it been a week. First, our temperatures were in the teens. We didn't get any more snow, and the wind did calm down. Hi, Priscilla. And so, you know, that's been a bonus. The wood stove backed up and started blowing smoke into the building 2 separate times.
Which is really tough because then you can't really get away from it because the RV got filled with smoke as well.
Yeah.
So we had to go on a mandatory drive at the cold just
to
get away from it.
So, you know, and when you're not feeling well, you're like, the last thing I want to do is get out of bed, go out in the cold.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Cora. So, but we figured out finally this morning what is going on with the wood stoves, and apparently we're just getting a lot of creosote buildup, and it blocked the very top part of the chimney, and so we couldn't get any draw, and I couldn't figure out why are we not getting any draw.
Hi, Gloria.
And hi, Gloria.
Hi,
we are feeling better. I've got this cough that's constant. Yours only comes in.
Mine is better. Mine's mostly when I'm lying down. I get it when lying down. We kind of were taking turns. Her worst day, I was fine, and then I ended up getting it and slept all day, and then she had to rally, even though she wasn't better, and had to kind of do all the stuff. And such.
Yeah, because we have and this is actually spurred on some choice, and we're making some choices. We're making some strategic moves, I think, but we have to take care of animals. We have to feed. We have to make sure everybody has water or availability to snow, because they'll eat the snow for water. We have to bring in firewood. You have to keep the fireplace going. You have to potty the dogs. You know, so making some decisions that are kind of hard, but kind of not hard, because it's basically what we're doing up here anyway, as far as homesteading. But we are going to all the chickens are going to freezer camp. And all the rabbits except for the 2 mamas and our buck, and the goats except for Junie and Bud and Sissy, those 3. So we'll only have the 3 goats. The 2 are pregnant, and well, we're assuming they're pregnant, they've been bred, and the 3 rabbits to take care of. So we still have to go out, but it's gonna be quick. So we're making some and I think as far as going into next season, we're not even gonna do a starter garden. Like, we're gonna focus on bringing some equipment in and getting the garden set up before we finally hi Jerry, Right now, it takes about 30 minutes to take care of the critters, start to finish.
No.
So it's not bad.
No.
But what we're finding is we don't eat a lot of eggs. We're not eating a lot of eggs. I am keeping the ducks because I personally like duck. And this is a 3 breeding pair. So we've already got the 3 breeding pair and they behave well and they're easy. So we'll keep them. And then, like I said, with rabbits, they breed like rabbits, so we can expand those.
And their grow out is pretty darn fast.
Yeah,
you know,
rabbits,
whereas
10 weeks.
Chicken, unless you're
8 to 10
doing
weeks.
the feeder chickens, you know, chickens are not, and you know, you got to think about, like, we don't want to focus right now on animal housing and such. We want to focus on our build.
Right.
So
we've got, and we're going to be continuing, obviously, to work on the barn and stuff.
hey, KJ.
You know, I think we would be in a different spot as far as making this decision if the barn had gotten done before winter came.
Right.
Because if you're walking to one building and everybody's in that one building, you know, and they're safe and secure, and all there's things, and the feed's all right there, it's not a big deal to take care of them. So, but with all of the stuff kind of being spread out, but basically it was us getting this sick, and you know, we're still going to have to go out there. We still have the 3, but we could throw out a bale of hay for 3 goats and they could eat it for a couple of days. And you know, same with the rabbits, we could throw out a half a bale of hay. You know, but when you start adding a larger amount, like Bud will eat himself
till looks like he's about to have babies.
Yes. So,
and the thing is, we could have been worse, but we were significantly sick to where I literally laid, when I was the day or two that I was really at my worst. Sorry, guys.
Hey, we have alive.
I couldn't even text.
No.
You couldn't even
No.
You had no energy to do even the littlest thing.
I slept for 24 hours straight, basically.
Yeah.
And then I've been going to bed at like 6:30.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't even respond to texts or email or any of those things.
And if we had both gotten it at
the same time,
if we had the symptoms at the same time, like, we would have had to
Hi, Nancy.
ask people for help.
Yeah, we definitely would have had to have people come up.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, we lucked out in that aspect as far as when I got it, when it hit me, it hit, you were like down 24 hours. I mean, it was like hardly no symptoms and then really sick.
Yeah.
And it is not COVID. It's another virus that's going on around here. A few people in our group have been tested.
Yep.
And it's come up negative for everybody. So it's not really that, but you know, and we didn't run fever for a huge amount of time, but you know, the first time we finally went into town and we had to, because we were out of gas for the propane. I mean, for the generator. And with the wood stove acting up, our only heat was the electric blankets. Again, Priscilla, your godsends.
I tell you, girl, that has been the single best thing.
Yes.
I mean, not to negate anybody else's stuff, but that has really, really been a godsend.
Yeah. And so, you know, being able to at least crawl under that and be warm, because the temperatures have been in the teens. So it's not like it's 30 degrees, and we're pretty acclimated to 30 degrees, and that's fine. But when you get into the teens, luckily there was no wind. That's the one thing that I would say has been the best, is we just have not had the wind, because that would have put it down into single digits.
Yeah.
And then the wood stove not working.
And not just not working, but the amount of smoke. Like, trying to imagine having a bad cold and then having smoke.
So being in the shipping container, working on it in the air, I looked like I had soot all over my face and my hands.
It did.
And I mean, I looked like I was doing blackface is what it looked like. It was terrible. And we went to town like that. I didn't even wash my face.
And I put it out after we got out of Home Depot.
After we leave Home Depot, she's like, it's on your face.
I was like, that's a new look.
I'm like, you let me walk around like that?
What are friends for?
So, and it all came back to the creosote buildup. And so we are burning, it is dry wood. It's actually 2-year dry wood and 2 seasons. It's sat. So it is dry. We do have some pine and some fir. So I don't know why there's so much. Hi, Sandy. I don't know why there's so much creosote. But, you know, it's one of the things of, okay, we know now. Neither one of us have ever heated with wood before. So this is a brand new learning experience.
Right.
So now we know when we stop getting a draw to check that. Hi, Bradley. How are you? We haven't seen you in a while.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Well, we made our own little tent with the blankets.
Yeah.
You literally, it was, you know, cold, your nose gets cold, your fingers get cold.
Yeah.
So you pull the blanket up over your head and you like tuck it under your head and you sleep like that. And that blocked the smoke, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, it kept the whole area warm. So
yeah.
It was.
I know Fireman Bob is freaking out right now. Like, pine can build up creosote. Alicia, this was less than a week.
Yeah.
Because I cleaned it out. That's why I wasn't like, oh, it's check this. Because I had, first thing I did, hi, Wade. First thing I did was clean the pipes. I cleaned all of it. Kelly loaned us her thing.
Hi, Alita.
And hi, Alita. And, you know, we ran that up there and we cleaned that. And so it was clean. And then we used it for about a week and a half.
Yeah, because we got sick right after we cleaned it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, then it wasn't, because it's been a week and a half since we got sick. So a week. Exactly, Alicia. That's why I was like, this is so crazy. Why do we have this much buildup? What are we doing wrong? So we're going to...
I personally thought it was me because it happened in the middle of the night when I was on fire watch.
Well, the only thing I'm thinking of is because you use the rounds more. Because we were talking about using the rounds at night. I mean,
at night, yeah.
And so you were using the rounds more because you were doing it more at night.
Yeah.
And so it brings the temperature down. So then there would be more creosote.
Are you building little fires?
Right, Carol, that was my thing. So yes. So we get the fire going really well. We get the temperature up to 500. We then pull the choke out and then pop it in a little bit, close the bottom drawer, and it's a good rolling fire. And then we basically put one log at a time on as we're, you know, as throughout the day. If we're going to leave, we put in a round log and a couple of split logs. And then at night, what it ended up happening is we'd run out of split logs. And so then it was just round logs, which what I found with the round logs is it brings the temperature down on the wood stove. So
you're welcome, Sean. Winter was saying how season in the wood is the wood, so she
2 years.
Missed that. Yeah.
It's dry 2 years.
And then Robert said,
Robert, what are you burning? So we have fir and we have pine here.
He said pine does a lot of creosote is what he had said.
Yes, that is true.
Whether it's dry or not.
That is true. I was not expecting this much creosote. Yeah. So we were aware of that. We knew we were going to have to watch it. I was like, we'll probably have to clean it once a month because we're burning more pine, you know, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. But like that's a week. Now we know.
And now we know like what to look for. Mm-hmm. So when it starts doing this, we know, okay, we've got to cool it down and then go and clean it.
We were actually going to go buy new pipe today. And I was like, I'm going to go upstairs because the 3-foot extensions for the triple wall are like $140 a piece. So, and it was burning fine. And this was the whole thing, is it was burning fine and it was working and everything was working. So I'm like, I don't understand why it's not working. I said, well, I'm going to go upstairs and look at the top part, because you can get on top of the shipping container and look into that easily. And it was completely sealed closed with creosote.
So Bob says fir and pine both create a ton of creosote. When you shut it down to clean it, just walk out onto the roof and brush it.
Mm-hmm.
Mary says burn a hotter fire.
Well, we have our fire at 500. We try to keep it at the 500 mark.
Yeah.
Right at 500. If it starts dropping down, then we, add more cut logs and open the choke a little bit. So we really keep it right at there. That's what I was told.
Does it really? Aluminum can burns off creosote. Is that real?
I don't know.
Because man, that's way cheaper than what was the other thing? Rock salt and the creosote logs.
Yeah, Mary says 500 is the safest. We burn mostly fir. You don't have that type of problem. See, that's up here. I've known most people to burn fir, so obviously we got as much fir as we could. Bob,
but that's super expensive. The creosote logs.
Yeah, those are like $19 a piece.
Yeah, we did look at that, but
I would rather just let everything cool down and go clean it once a week, because that's $40 a month just in that. Kelly, we have not ordered the powder yet.
I guess I don't know how to turn my alarm off. It keeps going off. It keeps saying, you have a live, and I'm like, yeah, we're on it. I know this. Like,
I'm aware.
Thank you. See, when you're old ladies, we have to set alarms because we forget things.
You think the powder is just a big scoop? What's the powder? Kelly, what's the name of that powder you sent us? They've used this and it works really well. So we'll probably pick up some of that if we're just throwing that in. If you just throw that in and it works.
Get some cherry.
Yeah, I don't see us getting any cherry for a while.
Oh, you guys are fast.
Yeah, Red Devil.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy. We are feeling a little bit better. Mostly oak and hickory, Mary. That's nice.
They have it at Ace if you don't get it from Amazon.
Oh, okay. Red creosote seat destroyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did see that.
Even Kelly and Dwayne came over so that Dwayne could look at it and see if he could figure it out. And he was like, I don't know what is going on.
Bob Vila recommended that stuff too, because I did look online trying to see what other things, and that was one of the ones that Bob Vila had recommended.
So Tim, we have I would say we have 4 feet of pipe outside, and maybe a small amount more on the inside. Is that the reason why? Is that a thing? So anyway, we're learning a ton about all of this, and so it's like a really good experience. It just is not fun that it's while we're really sick, and the sun's been out, so we've been like, man, this would be a good work day. But even just driving into town and coming back, I'm like, I need a nap. Need to take a nap. I'm exhausted.
So one of the interesting thing about this illness that we had is we each had insomnia as well. So, Heather, Heather's was like 2 days before mine. All of her symptoms was like 2 days before mine.
Yeah.
And she ended up with insomnia. And then, I was, down for a whole day, just like she was. And then I ended up with terrible insomnia.
Yeah.
Like I was weird. Up all night and just sitting by the fire the whole night.
Yeah, that's exactly
the weirdest thing.
It was 24 hours of sleeping, and then the next one was 24 hours of insomnia.
Yeah.
And
so
it was
crazy.
Just like the weirdest.
Had to totally reset.
The weirdest thing. And then the next just lack of energy, just absolutely lack of energy. No No energy at all.
Terry, we probably got it from the same place that Marty got it.
Yeah.
May have gotten it from him. Who knows? We all go to the same church.
We all go to the same church. I'm surprised he's been back to church because we have not. We missed Wednesday and Sunday, but we also don't want to give this to anybody, so this is not fun at all.
We don't use nighttime cough medicines, Robert.
There's actually alcohol in them, so I don't use them. And they give you busy legs, don't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, some of them.
I'm missing what.
Mary says no, should be okay on inside and probably outside 4 foot, maybe if possible, and add another link outside.
Yeah, I had thought about that with the link. It's expensive. It's like $140 for 3 feet.
Yeah. Yep. We all go to the same church, so it was going around. We didn't think it was at first. We didn't think it was church stuff because Randy and Heather had gone to a store together, and they were the ones who ended up with symptoms.
Right.
And Darla and I didn't have any, and we all go to the same church, so we were like, well, maybe they picked it up at that, that store
at Harbor Freight.
Yeah, but then we hadn't been back to church. We heard all these other people at church were sick. So then that's when we realized it was a church thing.
It went around.
It's just so crazy. Well, and luckily Darla never got it.
Darla has not gotten it, so that's amazing.
Randy was pretty sick, but Darla never got it.
No, you don't do single wall outside.
No.
Kelly, you don't do single wall outside. Robert, I don't have a boyfriend at Home Depot.
He's a church kid. He is
child.
The same age as
He's a child at our church that we know that works at Home Depot. I don't know how else to say this to you. And I know you think that this is funny, but that's so creepy, especially if he watches this. That poor boy.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim. How are you?
Colleen says it's going around Bonner's Ferry too. And Tim, you said your wife had it as well. It sounds like. So yeah, a lot of us in this area.
Wade says also here is the deal. We've been
locked down for 2 years, and this was the first season where we were exposed to everything going around.
Well, we were not, so we have not been locked down. So I could see that. And actually that was something that I was kind of interested in watching if everybody's natural immunities kind of kicked to the bucket because we were so isolated and using the hand sanitizer stuff on everything, so you're killing all the germs,
the good ones too.
And so I was kind of curious as to how this particular season was going to go, but this is a new strain, I guess, is what we've kind of heard.
Priscilla, thank you for the offer of lozenges and such. You did enough, honey. Those blankets were
telling you what
heaven sent.
Kids in the Northeast
amazing.
Super sick with RSV. What is RSV?
Respiratory something.
No beds available. Wow. And Spokane is. Let's see. You have your heater on in the truck. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
yes, we do. We literally were like, well, we could go sleep in the truck and just run it and have the heater on the whole time.
We have overkilled all the germs, and you were in more yuck than usual. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, totally.
Oh, Priscilla, you're so sweet.
That's why, it's good when parents will let their kids go and play and do this stuff because they can build up those immunities.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing is we have knocked those.
We've pulled kids from playing outside with their friends. You remember whenever your friends would get sick and your parents would send you down to their house so that you could get it, so that everybody had it at one time. Yeah. The neighborhood was all sick at the same time.
Everybody had chicken pox. And I was like, can I bring my daughter over, please?
Yeah.
I want her to catch it. She never did get it. I don't know, but
Yeah, everybody wipes everything down. We don't here, Sil.
hi, Raymond.
Hi, Raymond. How are you?
Yeah.
Well, he said we're pretty and we're ladies.
Oh, that's true. We are ladies, and we appreciate you saying we're pretty. Girls always like compliments.
Exactly.
Stop, stop, stop.
And we're live again. It's live again.
I even went into it and turned it off.
You didn't get the chicken pots till 8th grade. I can't. I was a child. I was very little.
I was 2.
Yeah. I was
Something
pretty
like that.
young.
3.
But I used to get strep throat every year, so then I had to go in and get my tonsils out, and that was when I was 13.
My lovely mom got the chicken pox when I did.
Oh no!
I think I was 3. But yeah,
That's terrible.
see, I used to
I
get.
couldn't
I used to
imagine
get-
being an adult and getting
Yeah,
chicken
no.
pox.
Can you imagine? I used to get strep throat every year too,
Really?
but I still have my tonsils. But then I ended up with scarlet
Fever.
fever because I didn't get it.
Well, so because I was getting mine out, the doctor was like, "Well, we'll just take my sister's out too." So she was 2 years older than me. So I was 13 and she was 15, and
Oops.
she was like,
Those are older late ages too.
yeah, she was like the crying, sobbing drama queen down the hall.
That would have been me. I'm not afraid to admit
And I would just like smile at everybody and be like,
it.
it's fine. And then my mom made spaghetti and garlic toast. I still remember that. I was so mad because it's like my favorite thing, and we couldn't eat it.
Kelly said her 1-year-old got it, chicken pox. My son got it on Valentine's Day. It was the craziest thing. He was like 4.
Oh,
And he was just covered, and it was Valentine's
poor
Day.
thing.
You had to strip? Wait, what?
What happened?
For 7 years in a row?
It was. Would your mom say it was miserable? Is that what she said? Was that your mom?
It was miserable with the pots. I itch in places you can imagine. Yeah,
Would
that
be
was my mom.
Terrible.
Yeah.
My mom like put oven mitts. She duct taped them to our hands, and so we couldn't scratch. So you would just be like,
I can
because I remember I was young. I don't
I
remember
can
it, but-
vaguely remember my mom sitting at a little table coloring with me, but that's all I can remember of that. The scarlet fever I can remember more, but less because it was bad. It was more of it broke my record of no miss school. So it was my senior year of high school.
So Kimmy
And I
was no
had
miss
missed.
school, and I had the most absentees of our entire school because I was terrible and would skip class.
I had the perfect attendance, and then I got scarlet fever, and I wasn't even feeling sick. I just had this whole body rush, and they're like, "You have to stay home," and I'm like, "No, I have a perfect attendance." Like, I was so mad.
I did not have perfect attendance.
Yeah, so I was bummed about that.
Yeah, school was very boring to me.
I'm like, people used to die of scarlet fever, and I feel great, and I'm sitting at home. All my friends are at school, and I can't do anything.
That's funny.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it is. Let's see. What do y'all have going on? What do you have for dinner? What's new?
Let's do some barn questions.
Okay.
Any questions you have on the barn? So we did get the posts tacked down the day that I posted that I was feeling better and I was going to start editing. That didn't happen. I basically immediately went down for a nap and slept the rest of the day. I have not edited the video yet for that, and it's probably going to go out on Friday. I think we're going to probably be doing Monday and Friday videos throughout the winter. We just have a lot less stuff going on, and so we will be going back out there, and we will be working on days that we can. Robert, you're building a barn.
Are you gonna paint it pink?
You never know.
Are the posts up and welded?
They're up and they're tack welded, so they're not finished welded.
There's four posts left in the middle.
Down the center, those have to go up. And they all are still up. They made it through those
Kelly,
2
blessings
winds.
to you, honey.
What'd
sorry.
she say?
Her dad just got admitted to ICU.
Oh, no.
Go take care of your family.
Go
you,
love
girl.
on them. We'll pray.
Yes.
And keep us posted. Old Sears barn red paint color. Terry, they sell that at I think, I don't know if it's the exact same as that, but they have red barn paint at Tractor Supply. We're not doing red. So it has
We have something special.
yeah, we have some cool stuff that's going on.
Yep. Thank you guys. You guys are all great. Prayers
love
for
that.
Kelly. I love it. Like, praying is so amazing. My daughter.
Hi, Courtney.
Tell everybody hi, or everybody tell my daughter hi. It's lovely having
Purple
you on
barn.
here.
No pink barn.
No. Purple would be weird and glitter would be weird.
That would be weird. Huh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Burnished mahogany color.
Oh,
A
it's
red brown. That does sound
It does
pretty.
sound pretty.
Does sound pretty. So,
Mail pouch mural. Is that what it is special?
so yeah, we're gonna be working on the frame of it. We have a friend from church, so if we can get some things done and we don't get a huge amount of snow, he has a boom truck that he'll be bringing up so that we can set all the things. So that's like a super exciting thing that's going on. And
'Cause I don't know if you guys know this, but we're not quite strong enough to lift those big beams up.
well, yeah, those are 6 by 8 by 19 feet. Those are really, really long. And we did cover it in solar panels. We did. We will be taking Kelly's tractor back, so we're losing the use of that tractor because they need it to clear the road and stuff. And so we're losing that. But Bob sent us a really cool thing that should helpfully fix that. Hi, Hendrickson Farm. Sorry, guys, I can't read. Those times I skipped school.
She can read, just not that far away.
Grab a beam in one hand and climb the ladder. A boom truck will be so much help, Jerry. It will be. We were so excited. It was just like totally a like side conversation that we were having, and they bought some land that the boom truck came on because the guy was going to do exactly what we're doing and then didn't. So the boom truck just came with the property. So that was pretty cool.
Still wants to know, have you seen the Tesla solar panels? They look like shingles.
I have seen those. Yes. Those are really neat. Those are really neat. We'll be having, there'll be a metal roof on the barn and metal on the bottom 4 feet. And so there's, the sides are 12 feet 5 inches. So there's that,
Hi, Raymond Coggings. I didn't see you there.
8 feet of leftover part that we'll be siding. So, and that'll be out of milled lumber. So we'll board and batten, that kind of thing. It's just going to be really pretty, I think. So
we're excited. You know, we're a little bummed that we got a little bit behind with a couple issues that we had, and so that's really frustrating. We wanted to have it a lot further
But we feel
along.
like we lost an entire month of September with the mill acting up.
Right. And then weather got cold fast. This is unseasonably cold for this time of year.
Yeah. This is usually the temperatures that we have in February.
Hi, Deb from Texas.
Hi, Deb from Texas.
East Texas.
East Texas is where I was from. Greenville.
So, you know, we feel like we're a little bit behind, but we're going to power through and we're going to do it through the winter.
You know, that's the thing. The sawmill works really well in the winter time. So we're just going to try to mill as much as we can. knowing that this boom truck is coming.
Yeah.
We can still put up girts. We can still put up, you know, those kinds of things. And then if we could get...
We're in Idaho, Hendrickson Family Farm. Northern Idaho.
Yeah, northern Idaho.
Yeah.
Up near around Sandpoint.
Yeah.
So,
Hi, C4.
you're here for the cash giveaway? Who's giving away cash? I'm here for the cash giveaway.
Me too. That's amazing.
Mm,
I didn't know about a cash giveaway.
yeah, so you're probably on the wrong channel. We're not giving away cash. So yeah, so we're just going to continue
Hi,
to...
Susie.
Hi, Susie. We're just going to continue to work on the framing, and
Right.
we should have a couple of days that we'll get to put the whole thing up together with our friend from church and Randy
So excited
for that. So I'm really excited for that. And then we've got the metal roof. And so, you know, that's really hard to do in the winter time. We get a lot of wind in that particular area. Of course, we'd have no wind right now. It would have been amazing to be doing a roof right, other than it's in the teens, but you know, you get good gloves and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to do... I remember when we were putting the roof on the tree house, and it was really windy, and it was like a kite trying to hand up the...
Could you imagine 19-foot long panels doing that?
No.
With?
No. That'd be terrible.
And then on the really bad, the worst weather days, we're going to be working inside the shipping container. So this month we'll be buying the wire for that to do our wiring inside. So we're really excited with that. Have the PEX. I just need to buy all of the connectors and stuff like that to do the PEX.
Still wants to know if you have the roofing already.
Yes, I do. I already have the roofing, and I have the metal for the bottom.
Yeah.
So I put in the piers, and I bought the roofing metal, and I bought all the metal for underneath there, and all the screws for the roofing and that kind of stuff.
I'm not getting some of the messages.
You're not?
No, look.
Weird.
Oh, there it is. Hi, Granny. Granny Rogers, just want to say hi and a
Hi,
speedy
Granny.
recovery. Can't wait for
Thank
the barn
you.
to start going up. My great-granddaughter watches every episode, and we just laughed so hard.
Aw.
Really miss our girl, Spunky. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spunky, we miss her too.
Yeah.
But she's super happy where she
She's
is.
doing so good at her dad's, you guys.
She really is.
We got to chat with them. Actually, she called the first day when I was really, really sick. And I was like, I'm just really sick. And I slept for 24 hours. And so we called them the other day, and we chatted for about an hour. And they are planning on coming up next summer and visiting and stuff. And we'll do some stuff. So we'll be able to get her on probably a couple of videos with that. But she's just really having a great time with her dad. And that's really, really important for her to have that relationship and those relationships over there where he's at.
Susie said she forgot to ask, where was your farm in Washington?
It was in Rockport, Washington, up in the Cascades, up in the mountains. Apparently I like the mountains.
She's a mountain girl.
So near Concrete,
But
Texas.
you know, I don't know. I'll ask you guys this question. Personally, for me, like if I had a choice of a place that has a lot of land or a lot of fields and not very many trees, or land that has a lot of trees and no fields or flat lands, I would totally choose the tree land as well.
Well, it depends upon what you're doing. So if I was running cattle, if that was my thing, I want to have cattle.
Right.
Then this would be the worst piece of property for me to own.
Right.
But because I know I'm not, or I may raise a cow or whatever, then it works. So I'm all about the trees. I grew up in Arizona and Texas. Now, West Texas, where we lived, Greenville, we lived in oak trees. So we had 7 acres of oak trees. And so once I got into the trees, I was like, I will always live where there are trees. So even whenever I go back and visit Texas, I'm just like, there's no trees. It's so flat.
Robert, water is important, but you also have to think if, like, with water, if you're next to a lake or a river or what have you, then you have more mosquitoes. So
Yeah.
there's a little bit of you got to figure out what's kind of a priority. I mean,
Yeah.
you can bring in water. I couldn't live in an area that had a ton of mosquitoes.
No,
Could not.
couldn't do it.
Trees from foothills of the Smokies. Love the mountains.
Yeah.
You can talk to trees.
Love the mountains. I
Still,
love the
we talk
trees,
to
love the
everything.
mountains. We really do.
More trees than the field.
Your cousin lives in Concrete. There was a restaurant in Rockport that served buffalo. No, that restaurant was and I have gossip about that restaurant. That restaurant was up in it was past Rockport. I can't remember the name of the little town. Anyway, they were poaching, and they had buffalo, and they had elk, and they were poaching elk and got busted, and the local sheriff was involved in it, and so like they all got busted.
Ooh, lots of drama.
And it got like shut down. And I was sad because it was really good food, and I'm like, really good food, and then the local law enforcement had to be involved and get busted, and that just makes me mad too. I'm like,
right, Sil, that's syrup. Syrup is good. Robert was saying, I can swat mosquitoes, but I cannot drink tree sap. And Sil said that's called syrup.
It's called syrup. That's funny. You know, the thing is up here, so many people haul in their water that it is set up for that to happen very easily. They even have trucks that'll come up and bring you water, so you can just pay the truck to come up and give you, 1,000 gallons of water or 5,000 gallons of water and fill that up. So I mean, that's because there's so many pieces of property here that you can't get water.
And honestly, it's just our way of life. It's what we're used to. So like for me, I don't care as long as I have a container and I have a place that's not too far away that I can get it for not super expensive. So
yeah, and it kind of turns into our something to do on a rainy day. And once we have the rain, recovery day. Once we have our barn up and we've got our containers for catching our water, that'll be a total game changer, and we won't really have to go get water anymore.
And still, the wells, not only do they cost that much, but there's no guarantee.
None. And here's the thing: we actually do have a lot of mini earthquakes that you don't feel, and it will shift that layer, and so you may have a
Hi, MB
Heritage. You may have a well that's working and you're getting water and everything is great, and then all of a sudden you're not, and then you have to spend $70,000 more getting a new well dug because it shifted and now you no longer have water. So
Hendrickson Family Farm says in Oklahoma it's only $4,500 to drill. That's cheap because here it's like super high.
Yeah, it's when I first got the property 3 years ago, we were looking at 23,000. It's now up to, I think, like 70,000 was the last I heard.
Yeah. But how deep? Sil wants to know.
We would be 450 feet deep. Where I'm at is approximately 500 feet is where we need to start saying we're possibly near it.
It's a lot.
Yeah, when I drilled a well in Texas, it was, I think we put in my well, and yeah, I think my well was like, it was under 3,000. My septic was under 3,000 too.
We plan on doing down the road, once we get the buildings up, water collection. We've talked about this cave that we're going to find someday. There probably is water in the cave that we can somehow pump. So there's options. Water's not as much of a big deal.
Oh, near Oso. Oh, I know where Oso is. That was really scary slide. A lot of people died. I'm assuming you said it was, so it's no longer there. Yeah, so to me, the least knowing how simple it is to get water up here, the well to me is one of the, oh, we happen to have this money sitting around and we need to do something with it to invest in the property. That's kind of how I feel.
Cherry hates hauling water, but there's really not a good setup around here.
And that would be the thing. That would be the big issue, is that there's not. Where we go get water, it's just so simple. It's so easy.
It literally takes probably less than 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You put 4 quarters in, and it dumps it within a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And so we do notice that our hair gets dry.
But I wonder if that's
that water.
Yeah. I think it's hard water.
Yes,
but we also put bleach in to treat the.
Yeah.
To treat it. So, like, that's hard on your hair, too. Hi, Raymond.
Thank you, Raymond.
Oh, that's very sweet.
We appreciate
Thank you.
that.
And hi, Dan. Have you ever heard of well witching? Do you guys have a clay topsoil? Yes, we've heard of it.
Yes, we've heard of it. Darla and Randy know how to do it. We got to do it at their house. It was really cool.
It was so weird.
And no, we do not have a clay. We don't have clay here.
No.
We have a lot of shale here. A lot of shale. I guess this is considered clay, but it's weird because it's not the clay that I'm used to.
It's not the clay like in Hawaii either.
Terry, we're not using a lot of bleach. We have 1,000 gallons, and we put in maybe a couple of cups of bleach when we fill that. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Tim,
they do bleach too.
They do bleach too.
Just to keep the greens away.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What we're going to end up getting is actually the same that Tim has, which is the those big black ones. Big black 2,500 gallon tanks. We'll get 2 of those.
Isn't Tim the one that has the really good setup?
Yes.
Too. He has an amazing setup.
We're gonna copy his setup. You guys should go watch his build.
Go check him out. Yeah.
Fifth Journey off grid. And I actually found his channel looking for water collection. That's how I found your channel, Tim, and started watching that. And I was like, wow, this is amazing.
We got to meet them up in Oklahoma, and he and his wife, they're a lovely couple.
We love them.
Yeah. So
your tanks are black inside. Yeah. So you don't really get the stored water and empty bleach gallons at Word Me. Well, that seems a little excessive, Jerry. I would not be drinking that myself.
I've seen that though. I've in Florida they were doing that too, where they would just like after you finish your bleach bottle, you pour water in it, and that way, in case something happens with hurricanes or what have you, and that water just never really goes bad because it's got that little tiny bit of bleach in it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't grow things.
I mean, as long as you have a filter or some kind of filtering system. We don't drink this water. We clean with it. We do have a filtering thing. If we are going to make coffee or something with it, we filter it through. But you know, we're planning on, I would like to have, we have a drought season and then we have to have all of our water up here for the winter. Yeah. So I think I want to eventually have about 20,000 gallons, and that's because we're planning on doing a very large orchard, and you know, the ducks use a lot of water, pigs use a lot of water.
Yeah, they do.
So if we plan on keeping and raising those, that's going to be a thing. But big orchard, lots of vegetable garden and that kind of stuff. So we'll be, and because we drought in the summer, there's a lot of water that you go through with that.
Do they shut down the water supply places in the winter? I don't know. We've never tried to go get water in the winter.
Yeah, we just can't get up our hill. And the last thing we want to do is slide down this driveway with 200 gallons of water in the back.
How do you keep the ducks out of the drinking
water? We don't.
They play in it and then they drink it. Shell on the very top, then Hard Rock is how far? Oh,
I have no idea, Dan.
Takes a minute. Look at that.
And then it blows up on you.
Then how far down? Explain the depth of your kind of soil. Yeah.
KJ, that's what we're doing. We're going to be rain collecting everything that's, once the barn's built, we'll be collecting off of that. That'll be our biggest roofing system.
I'm so excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
The rain collection part of things.
Yeah.
I think that'll be amazing.
And then, then we'll just need to watch the levels if we know. We have 2 big rain months here, which is June and October. But this October, we didn't get hardly any rain at all. And they said this was going to be a dry season. This winter was going to be a dry winter.
It was so weird because we got all of this snow. Like, we got a lot of snow, like almost a foot of snow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the later in the night it got, and the darker it got, then all of a sudden it switched over to rain. And it was just pouring.
And it poured
all night long.
It poured for a couple of days, didn't it?
Yeah.
Was it a couple?
So.
And that's the only, for the entire month of October, that's the only rain we got.
He always wants a lot of snow, so. But they're in the snow belt. We're not.
I would love that. Yeah, so we're in this special, I don't know what they call it. It's a valley. It's considered a valley thing, where our temperatures, it does not get as cold and it does not get as hot. We're actually fairly equal to Post Falls. And they are on the other side of that, so they get dumped on.
Banana belt. See, she sounds way worse than I do. I'm still coughing, but not that much.
Thanks, Sean. Good night.
KJ says, my grandma swore by rainwater for her hair. That's what I've heard, too. I heard rainwater is amazing for hair.
Yeah.
So is beer, too, but we don't drink
We don't
beer.
do that. we don't do that.
We don't have any beer.
Microclimate. Thank you, Colleen. That's what it is. So, yeah, we're in this.
Speaking of which, we want to thank Colleen and Virgil because they brought us soup, and we want to thank Dwayne and Kelly because they also brought us soup a couple times.
Yeah.
So
and fudge.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Because when you're just not feeling well, you don't want to cook. And honestly, if that wasn't there, we probably wouldn't have eaten. So we appreciate it. We
live in a banana belt, Susie. Air pollutants. We don't have a lot of air pollutants because we're not in the city at all. Yeah, so fudge. She brought us fudge.
Where is Anna tonight?
I know.
No, Anna. She must be working. It's her, second day on the job, on her new job. Yeah.
Hopefully it's not a headache. Hopefully she doesn't have a headache.
Yeah. I'm there seeing 8 hours. There won't be any by then. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like one piece left.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah.
We'll split it when we get done. Hi, Colleen.
Oh. But I'm feeling a little bit more confident with working inside the shipping container. We did get the RV connected to the container. So we've got this. I have a video of the posts being tacked down that is going out. And then it's, I guess, a couple of videos on the shipping container will come out to kind of catch you guys up on that. And then, we're really just going to try, if the weather is good, we're going to be out working on the mill. If it's really cold, then we're going to be inside the shipping container, I think is how we've decided to do it. But we're kind of try to purchase for the shipping container and then do everything that we can do in that. And then we'll move back out to the barn. But we really want to get the barn framing up while we have the truck coming up. So
I have one, but it's used. I don't know if she wants it. Do you want my lollipop?
What did it say? Vicky's in jail? What I see?
Because Vicky's missing.
She is missing.
I don't know. She's done with her pole work. So, Bob, chocolate is supposed to help soothe your cough. Soothe your throat.
It's because they make it with plastic.
He says no chocolate, no fudge with that cough.
How did you connect the trailer to the shipping container?
We MacGyvered it.
We did. Totally MacGyvered. It is so redneck. It's amazing.
Yep. Thanks for the thumbs up.
Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. The RV is not getting super, super warm, but that's kind of okay because we like to sleep in it cooler. So with it being cooler in there, we both don't sleep with heat, a lot of heat.
No.
So it can't get super hot.
Even the heated blankets, we both find the highest it goes is 6. We're both like, no, we got to keep it at like 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4. I've
3
had
or
mine
4.
at 3 or 4.
Yep.
And that was with it being like 14 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Which meant it was 14 degrees inside.
Yeah.
Because that was the only heat.
Because the problem is when you have it that high temperature, it brings on the hot flashes, and then you're like blankets off, blankets on, blankets off. Whereas if you have it at that middle, then you don't have that back and forth.
So we basically just put in a deck and then threw up some we used pallets and we connected some walls. It's it's working, and then we insulated it, and the RV is right up on it.
I'm impressed by how her brain works, really. Like, I would have never thought of the things she does, so I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and then I have the 2 corgis that definitely throw off some warmth. I get one on each side, my little heaters.
Yeah. No, I don't wear 14 layers. I don't like to wear I can't sleep if I have a whole lot of stuff.
I do. I actually wear all my clothes.
She does.
My sweatshirt. I have a hoodie or a regular beanie cap hat on, and then usually my robe over that. And then I get under the blankets.
That's too much bulk. I would be like, I'm suffocating. No, I'm a long john shirt, long john bottoms, and sometimes socks, but not always. So hi, Juanita.
Hi.
Another Idahoan. Was the Redneck RV on a video?
It hasn't been on the video yet. We did record most of it. There are some very sketchy parts in it. You guys are just gonna be like,
oh, another bad accident by her son's house in Sago.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Dan, take 2 coat hangers and bend them 10 inches where your hand goes, and you can get 2 straws where your hands go and start walking.
What?
I know it sounds weird, but
he's talking about witching. He's witching.
Oh.
Witching. He's talking about witching. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, we were doing that at Darla and Randy's house. It was so cool.
They have actual witching things, and it's really, really cool. Socks, yes.
I have a hard time sleeping with socks on.
I do too. And so as soon as I get warm, the first thing that comes off are socks.
Same.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys really wanted to know all that about us. That's so funny.
I just started thinking that too. I was like, well, probably TMI. You can feel the electricity going through your hands.
You can, Dan. It is like just crazy.
See, I didn't feel the electricity, but it was weird because it just would start turning, and I'm like, okay. When I watched other people doing it, I'm like, they're doing this. But when I was doing it to me, I was like, this is weird.
They were not doing that.
It's doing it on its own. That's so crazy.
Yeah. Well, Raymond. Not me.
Okay, I lied. We weren't TMI.
That was TMI. There it is.
There's the
Raymond,
line.
you found the line.
Socks and flip-flops. The ladies of Ichabod Crane. I just lost my phone.
I'm out of a drink.
She's out. Do you want me to go get you water?
No, we're pretty close. Couple of minutes. What questions do you got?
Quiz later on sock preference for cash giveaway. That's awesome. Oh, Judy has to go. She had fun. Thanks, Judy, for coming.
Thanks, Judy.
Love the comments. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, when you were in Job Corps. What Job Corps did you go to, Wade? Life's over. Heather needs a drink.
Usually that's no, we don't usually stop things. My hair is doing this like crazy thing. Sorry guys, I keep messing with it. It's like does this bloop. It's got like a natural curl in it today. It's weird.
That's funny.
It's annoying me. Life's over Heather needs
It's true. It's a true story.
She needs tea to soothe her throat.
I do need some hot tea.
Anaconda, Montana.
Oh, okay. Sandals year round.
Still, are you one of those that
It's
wears
funny.
shorts all year too?
That's funny. I'll tell you what though, when the I wear my house robe everywhere. I call it my ranch jacket. It's my ranch jacket. And so if we ever have a trivia and you say, what does Heather's ranch jacket look like? It's my house robe.
Yeah.
And I can literally just wear my house robe outside in the teens and not be cold.
So two interesting things. She even wears it when she's working on the stove.
Yeah.
So now it's covered in
Covered in
soot.
soot.
And then the other thing is I wore mine for the first time. So I'm full on country now. I wore mine.
I almost took a picture of her because she was out.
I wore mine outside for the first time feeding the animals the other day when I was sick. And I got too hot with it.
Yes.
I had to take it off. I
Told
was like, it is just too
That's
hot.
why I wear mine. Shorts all the time. It's too cold.
Something about snow boots.
You don't like wet feet.
I don't either. Or cold. I always have cold feet.
Yeah.
How do you ladies look so good after being sick for a week?
We showered today.
We're clean.
Today was the shower. We went in and showered. And that is legit. Because before the shower,
Should've
it
seen
was scary. Yeah. That is legitimately.
Anaconda don't want that song popping in my head. Anaconda brought it out.
Political.
Bathrobe is a long jacket.
It is. It's totally like a long jacket. That's why I need one of those. I need a duster. Those
Bye,
are what
Terry.
those are called. Bye, Terry. And I know you guys love it when we go shopping and we video it, and we totally should. But they have $175 jacket at Walmart. Walmart. And it was cute. Don't get me wrong. It was even the right color, and I really wanted it. But
Walmart's now
that's Target
expensive.
prices, people. It's like not even okay.
Walmart should be under 50.
Exactly.
Like
I get that it's colder up here and they have to have specific type of jackets because it's little down jackets, but it's Walmart.
you don't wear cute
Functional only. I wear cute. I wear mostly functional up here. I can't wait till I get to get all my stuff out of storage and like find all of my cute stuff that's all feminine and girly. And I get to pull out all my kitchen stuff so that I get back to cooking.
So today when we went to go shower, I was like, I'm just throwing on some long johns and my sweatshirt, right? And so I put those on and my boots, and she's like, you look cute. And I'm like, these are just my long johns. I'm going out in public in my long johns. But I mean, to be fair, they just look like black leggings.
Yeah, they totally
But
do.
it was pretty funny. I'm like, I can't believe I'm going out in public in this. But stay locked and you know the rest. Dan, that's awesome.
Mate.
Speaking of scaring us.
Susie, I know. I'm totally blown away by it. I need to look up the brand. Scaring us. What are we doing?
Speaking of scaring us, it's almost cougar time.
It is almost cougar time. And not has anything to do with a cougar, but Kelly sent her husband up here when we were really sick with toilet paper to rescue us.
True story.
And didn't tell us, and all of a sudden someone knocks on the back door, and I'm like,
73 acres.
he almost died, Kelly.
Yeah. We're like, oh, convenient accident, Kelly.
We were so sick that we didn't even notice he shined his lights right in the window where we were sitting. Like, we didn't even recognize that it got lit up in there.
And obviously our dogs are not the best guard dogs
No.
because they didn't bark until after he knocked on the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Silk long johns.
Oh,
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
me neither. If he made it.
Oh, it's Bob's bedtime. It must be 9 o'clock.
Oh, it's been an hour.
That's where you need to find a big bear. There's your coat.
Oh, there we go.
That would be a nice little wood or rug in our living room.
Well, yeah, it would be. We might get a cougar one.
There's no bears up in
We
this
have not
area,
seen any bears.
which I'm not hoping for one either because,
No.
you know, like, well, there's a lot of reasons, but
Yeah. But no, we haven't really seen any bears. You'll wait a few minutes. They're supposed to be warmer. The silk ones. Oh, okay.
really?
Interesting. I like the flannel everything. Flannel sheets.
So, and I've never understood flannel until now because I'm like, man, my it is so cold in the RV that your pillowcase is like freezing, and you're like, I don't want to put my head on it. And I was like, I wish we had flannel. Stop talking. I can't talk.
You talk over it. Talk over it.
But no, I just was like, man, you know, it's just so cold. It would be nice to have something warm.
Good night, Nancy.
I was
Thank
just
you.
teasing. I was teasing you.
With your beef cattle hide, Susie. That's definitely something that I want to do.
Your mailing address isn't on your channel. Can I please get it again?
It should be.
It should be.
It should be in the description of any of the videos, down at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to fix that. We kind of planned on making like Wednesday our day in town. And hi, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
And then Colleen says, yeah, Colleen has bears. We haven't seen any bears or any prints whatsoever.
We'll trade you a bear for cougar. No, never mind. Never mind.
She has a cougar too. I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what I was talking about.
I can't remind you because I don't know.
No idea. Put your channel. Oh, we were talking about working in the library on Wednesdays and getting, you know, all of our stuff
Thank you, Sil.
kind of updated
Oops.
and working on that and, you know, on all of that stuff. But it is in the description of the videos.
Well, thanks for sharing it, Sil, but I think it got blocked.
Yeah, you can't really share it on here, I don't think. Honey lemon juice for cough. Yeah, one of the things that I like the most, and I need to make it, is where you take 2 organic lemons, put them in a jar, you cover it in honey, you put in some, a couple of cinnamon sticks or some powder and some ginger,
That's fine, Robert.
and then put honey all over that, and you let it sit, and it makes a homemade
It's on
cough
all of
syrup.
our. Sorry to interrupt. It's on all of our descriptions, so it's totally fine. No big deal. If it's on here, it's fine.
What?
It's not our personal address.
Yeah, it's
P.O.
not our
the
first.
P.O. box.
Yeah, that's
He
totally
was
fine.
like, "Is it okay?" And I said, "Yeah, that's totally fine." I love your library. It is a fun little library.
What is?
Our library here. Susie says she loves
Yes, it is a good library.
it. It's not like the library at the other place we went to. We were like, whoa.
Sean and Brandy's
That was in
library.
Oklahoma. We were like,
Oh my gosh, I have not laughed so hard in my life, and I could not. Like, I come from where everything is a metal building. Like, every building is a metal building, but I've been away from it for so long, and so we pull up, and it's just this little metal building. It's so cute. It was so
It
cute.
was so funny.
They made us go to the children's section and sit over
And
there.
they were tiny chairs.
Yeah, little tiny chairs is so
like, I
funny.
feel like this.
They were great.
That was such a fun little trip.
It really was.
Well, it's been an hour and
It's been an hour,
9
so
minutes.
you have like 30 seconds. Throw us a question.
or tell us we're pretty.
Oh, we like that too.
Share funny stories.
Was the computer tech at the library? I don't want to dig. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, that's exactly it, Colleen. Keep it in your pantry, and anytime you get sick, start taking it.
Aw, thanks, Cora.
Aw, thanks, Cora.
See, she listened to me.
She
I said, tell
did.
us we're
Sil
great.
said we're pretty.
So oh, thanks, Sil. Listen. Thanks, Sil. How do you make snowball mayo? What's for breakfast? We usually don't eat breakfast.
We don't.
It's usually one, maybe 2 meals a day, but usually one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 1 meal and a snack.
I like snacks.
She calls everything a snack.
Everything
Should we get a snack? It's kind of like my son's dog. Everything's breakfast, whether it's a treat or breakfast or dinner.
Well, and I tell Chloe that. Do you want a breakfast snack? And she's like, yes.
So she'll say, do you want snack? And I'm like, by snack, do you mean like lunch? Because it's like
Coffee
lunchtime.
and tea. Yep, KJ, coffee and tea for breakfast.
Coffee. Mm-hmm.
Does she call policemen that also? A snack?
She does.
Uh,
You're my stunning angel sent
Aw.
from something.
Thank you.
Susie says, love you. You both are beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, Cora, someday would love to meet you both. That would be fun. So we will be doing another meetup here in northern Idaho next, probably, what was that, July or was it June?
I don't remember.
I think it was June, end of June. No, because it was July 4th weekend. It was the weekend after that. So sometime in July, there'll be another meetup.
Yeah. Coffee for breakfast, Raymond says too.
Yep.
Do you get dressed first? Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't answer. Sorry. All right. With that, maybe we need to go.
Hopefully you can make it, Wade. That'd be cool.
Mary's going to try and hitchhike up.
Ooh.
That'll be cool.
All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and take off and make sure the wood stove is still going. Susie, that'd be perfect.
Thanks, Raymond. Y'all take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night. Wade's like